Hello, you guys. This is a channeling from the Divine Masculine. This is mainly for I don't want to separate it. Well, it's from the Divine Masculine. Most of it, how do I say this? If you dealt with a false twin flame before, then this would be more for you. If you've only been with your twin and only know your twin or perceive your twin as your twin, then it may be a couple messages, but I know most importantly is for those who have dealt with a false twin. So guess I have to spill the beans. I guess I don't think I don't have to do that, do I? No. I don't think I have to tell my business. But the Divine Masculine was saying, your true twin. I let this individual know that I had a false twin flame experience through spirit in the 5D. And I took them to kind of where I was. I don't even know where I was. You guys, it looked like a woods or something. But I was telling them what happened. I showed them spiritually, like how I was abused and taken advantage of. And, this person said it worked for your favor. So Divine Masculine wants you to know that everything you went through with your false twin prepared you for him. It worked in your favor. Like if you were afraid to reach out to your true twin or believe in your true twin or your soulmate, whatever you call it, this person wants you to know that they understand what you've been through, but what you're missing or what you don't understand is that it worked in your favor because now you know how to deal with them or accept them because you went through everything you went through. And also, this person picked me up and put me on their back. The Divine Masculine wants to play with you, but he wants to also hold you. He wants to take you from that place of feeling like you've bared your soul for no reason. Like he wants to protect you, but he wants to get to know you too. In the 3D, like if he knows you spiritually in the 5D, like however you show up, whatever you're doing, he wants to know you in the 3D, the original you, the you before you barricaded yourself, if that makes sense, or before you, I don't want to say before you became who you are, maybe before you became, if you're standoffish or cautious about everything, he wants to know the free you, the you that had no boundaries or limits because you had no fears. And so it's almost like he's trying to take you off of that feeling like you have to bare your soul all the time, or you could bare your soul to him, but he doesn't want you to feel like you have to just lay your life on the line for him. Because it was like me, I was seeing myself like, it's not weird, but I was seeing myself on the cross. We are to take up our own cross if we're to follow Jesus. So I had myself on the cross. And so this person pulled me down and was like, no, come down from your cross. You don't have to bear that cross anymore, at least not on your own. They want to hold you and walk this journey with you. And it's more like a protection thing, because I ran and I detached. I was like, I'm not finna suffer again from no spiritual relationship. I'm like, no, talk to me, talk to me on the phone. Don't talk to me in spirit, because it spooks me out sometimes. Because I don't know if I'm, I have a problem with staying grounded. I'll say that. So if I have a 5D experience, I could still be living it out in the natural, unknowingly. And that's how I carry myself. And it's a good thing, but sometimes I forget that the people around me are not living in that 5D experience that I'm living in, or that spiritual, I don't have to say 5D, that spiritual experience that I'm living in or have lived in. And so it takes me a minute to shift that perspective and that energy and it could cause its own complications. So basically he wants to protect you, and he wants to take you off of that cross to where you don't have to feel like you got to carry it by yourself anymore. Also he was holding me. This person, your true twin, I mean, it's not really, I'm not gonna say it's not sexual, but they want to hold you. It's like a caressing feeling. It's like, I was gonna say Rihanna. Chest to chest. I don't know the words. We were always just that close. So how come when I reach out my fingers, there's more than distance between us in this California king bed. Why am I saying like that? Because I don't really know the words. I think it goes like that. I think it goes like that. Have y'all heard that Mario? Oh my gosh, I've been on Mario new album like crazy. But anyway, so this is what this person want to do, and they also admire you. They want to help you come out of your shell. Like they want to help you come out of that trauma. Because sometimes we think we're over something, but we just push it away. But they want to help you see what, I guess, love looks like from their perspective, which is the same. It's the same way you see it, but it's through his eyes. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So he sees the beauty in you, but he also sees what you need without you knowing that he see it. And I was like, I know this person is not more spiritual than me. I was about to be combative. I was like, ain't no way. Because this person like reached out to me in the 5D. And I was like, what is this? And I really got spooked. And so, and it could be, like I said, like, okay, let me just continue before I start putting my opinions out everywhere. What else? Their mother, something about their mother. This is what this person said. My mom knows you're blessed. My mama know you blessed. So his mama know that you're blessed. Like she doesn't have anything against you, but she knows that you have something on you that she likes in a woman, that she feel like she could trust you with her son. Because, as a mother, you know how women are. So you don't want your son to get hurt or played, but she understands that you are blessed. Whether she thinks you're beautiful or anything else, I have no idea, but she respects the fact that you are blessed and you have a close relationship with God. I don't know if he told her something or she just knows that, because he said, my mama know you blessed. So that's all it was. And I hope you guys keep it with me, because this happened simultaneously. It's been happening simultaneously. It's been happening for a little while, but it's been at different times. So I'm trying to put it all in one video. That may be why I wasn't prompted to do it, so I could say all of it at one time. But this person wants to hold you and caress you. And then it was like I was laying down and he was in my kitchen cooking chicken, fried chicken wings. Fried chicken wings. Look like it's a whole fried chicken wings. But nevertheless, he came in the room and he was like, you got to see me there. You got to believe that I'm going to be there. That's the only way it's going to work. Because I have been doing this whole detach, and I don't want to, but it really wasn't to detach. It was because, at some point I was like, I don't think I want to do this. I don't know if I have enough strength to carry this out again and be let down. I only had one twin flame experience false. It was only one, but still, like, it took me through the ringer. It took me through the ringer. Like I was in a grave and everything. Like I had to envision myself in the 5D coming up out of my grave. I finally laid there with my false twin. Like we both died. You die your ego death and your spiritual death. We both died. I laid next to him and said, listen, I'm coming up out this grave. And it was before I met my true twin. I said, I'm coming up out of this grave because I can't lay here. And I like that Days Loaf song, go days go, go days go. And she said she had to come up out of her grave. Anyway, so he was in the kitchen. He said, if you see me there, then I'll be there. But it was like him, spirit, showing me that he I was like, can he cook? That he want to cook for you and do all the things, all the things your man won't do, I'll do them for you. You know, do all the things that you want in a man, but even some things that you might not know that a man does, because it depends on what you have been through with a man. But this man is saying that he's an all-around man. No matter how you met him, no matter how you guys got in contact, no matter how it was, he's an all-around man, a family man even. And while he was cooking, he came in there and he was like him telling me, you got to see it. But I was laying in bed. He came right there and just sat in my face, knees up, hands on his knees, just relaxed. He's relaxed around you is what he's saying. Something about you is relaxing, peaceful, calm. And he doesn't know that feeling, but it feels right. You know, something just feels so right. And it's like something that he didn't even know he needed. Because while he was looking at you, he knew what you needed without you telling him. How, I don't know. But he didn't know what he needed. It's like how you could tell what helps somebody else, but you don't know how to help yourself. It was that. But he could see that he had what you needed. You got what I like. I got what you. What song is that? I got whatever. I'm trying to get this song, but I can't get it. But he knows what you need, but you have what he never knew he needed. Neo, you're the best thing I never knew I needed. Now it's so clear. I need you here always. You're my accident and happily ever after. I'm smiling, so it might come all right. Anyway, the way you smile, the way you comfort me with your laughter. I must admit that you were never part of my book. Okay, stop singing. I'm singing soft like that. I don't even, sometimes I be loud. But yeah, and this is the last thing. I was in a cooking with my daughter, and you know, ground beef. I stopped buying the roll because I didn't like the blood that be in the roll and all that. No, I don't ever just cook the whole roll that night. So I bought the package, which has like 2 halves on it. Because my body just, I can't eat everything like I used to eat, but I know I can eat ground beef. So what were we cooking? Were we cooking spaghettis? I don't even remember what we were cooking. Nevertheless, it was the 2 halves on there. So she was like, Mama, I guess you need both halves. And I looked at her, you know, because I'm knowing she's talking about the ground beef, but I was like, oh my goodness, because I didn't want to accept that you need both halves, because this person, I seen him in the spiritual world, and I was like, I'm going to check my abundance. And I was trying to check my abundance, and they came through there, and it was like, no, it's because of me. So what the divine masculine is feeling like, you're not going to be able to get to the ultimate height of your abundance without him, because they always say you attract your abundance, you attract all that, and then the person comes in. But with this experience, when you get to the true development of the twin flame journey, you realize your abundance cannot be brought about without you being whole, without you being one. In order for you to be one, you need both halves. Both halves equal one. And so I was talking to Spirit. I'm like, okay, but they tell us that we have to be whole within ourselves. But you have to understand you're a whole half. You can't be half of a half of a half of a half, because then you wouldn't be, you know, your full self, but you're a whole half. That's it. And that concept has been lost on this twin flame journey due to, you know, due to different teachers, but it's good to tell you to be whole. But at this exact moment, you're a whole half. You have to believe that you're a whole half, because when you get your true twin, he's the other half or she's the other half. It goes like this: a broken heart, right? You have half a broken heart. He has half a broken heart. Either way, I mean, it's a broken heart, period, but it's 2 halves that make a whole. And half of your broken heart and half of his broken heart coming together is a whole heart. Now you're a whole one. That's why the Bible says when, you know, you come together, you're one. And the husband should cleave to his wife. There was another understanding that they say love doesn't cling, which I understand, but the husband is to cleave to his wife. So it's like an oxymoron. It's like irony at its best. But I mean, it could be at its worst, because it can confuse you. But it's whatever you see it. And on this journey, I've been on it so long that I've started to gather and understanding outside of the twin flame community itself. Because I mean, the community is one thing, but your life experience is another. And for me, love has always been complicated, to say the least. It has always been this thing that I was always wondering, like, where was it? How did it feel? What did it look like? When I look back over my life, I realized I never really ever was truly loved the way I loved another individual. It's not nothing that I'm saddened by. It's just something that I had to be aware of in order to love myself. I remember I made a joke. I was like, this was like a couple years ago. I was like, well, since everybody, since everybody left me alone and walked out on me, I was like, I guess I get to get inside to myself and love myself. And I just felt so good. I was like, why am I feeling sad? Like, love didn't leave me, because when that person or those people leave, you feel like love left you, but they weren't the love. Love is still sitting there. You are the love. God is love. Like, you are love. So love is still there. I had to grasp it. I was like, wait, love never left me. That person left me, but love is still here in me. So nevertheless, when she said that, I realized you do need both, parts. And this was after I met this person. We went through all that, and I was kind of frustrated. I was kind of mad. I was like, God, I don't want to go through this again. Like, please don't make me go through this again. I was like, I'll continue to speak and talk about the divine feminine and how all that goes. But the whole twin flame journey itself, it just gets to this point where you don't, I don't know, where the perception is off. It's like when you go to the eye doctor and they do the left, right, and they go, can you see better like this? Click, or that. Click, and then you have to see which one looks better for you. So for everybody, they're going to see it a different way, but you get so many perspectives. And then, you know, if you've ever been, when they do it so many times, I start to be like, all of it, all of it looking like, I don't know which one is better, which understanding is best. But then I'll just go ahead and say, okay, well, just keep that one. And each eye is different. So the left eye is going to see something, might have 20/40 vision, and the right eye may have this vision. So that's just like your counterpart. He sees this way and you see that way, but it creates this perfect vision. You know what I mean? It's this perfect vision, even though the side of him, like, say you're the left and he's the right, or he's the right and you're the left, then the right is going to see something different, or it's going to need a different, that's probably if you got astigmatism. This eye is going to need more medicine than that eye. You know, so one of you may need more healing than the other, but nevertheless, it's going to be a perfect fit, a perfect match. So when she said you need both halves, I was like, oh my gosh, because I don't want to, I'm whole within myself. I was like arguing with God. You told me to be whole. You told me to be one, like, get away from me, because I do that. I don't say argue with God, but I like to get the best understanding of what he wants from me. And I like to understand his will for my life, because I have been following my own will and it has been causing dilemmas. Oh, and that's another thing, free will. Like, people like to say you have free will, you have free will. Even the Bible tells you that. But free will leads to something that you might not be ready to handle. Because when you accept free will, you're basically saying, I accept what I want, and disregarding spirit. Because even like with the false twin flame experience, this person decided to take free will, so they messed the whole thing up. But this person tried to come back, but they had already kind of took the, I don't want to say the easy route out, but they had already messed up the cycle when they took free will. So now you messed up the cycle, which prepared me to become stronger and allowed them to be left wherever they are in the wind. And so when they tried to come back, you had already offset the system. So there's no way you could come back. It's like, it's like that Jenga game. My kids said they were playing it. It's like that Jenga game. When you take that block out that messes up and it all falls apart, there's nothing else you can do. The game is over. So it's like game over, the game was over. So this person is like, basically knows everything that you need, but you have everything they didn't know they needed. So they want to hold you and get to know you. I want to get to know you better. That's what Amariam. Yeah, they want to get to know you better, but they also want to do things that a man does around the house. And I remember when I did that channel last time, where it was like the masculine one, so he was going to be able to take care, be there for your daughters, and if you have sons, be there for your son. So it's all coming together. It's like a double shift. That's what I hear. It's a double shift of energy. But it's always double for your trouble. But it's like a double shift. Both of you guys are shifting in different areas of your life. It's a double shift. And it's like sometimes things don't make sense till after. So even if I was to tell you this now, you probably wouldn't get it till later. Because some of the readings and channels that I did, they were showing me the false twin, but that wasn't my true twin, but it was still because my perception was so low, or that was what I believed. Spirit allowed me to see it that way until they shook me and said, listen, this is not, it's okay, but this is not where you're going. It's like believing in something so long, but it gives you this confidence and this strength and this drive until they tell you, we were only preparing you for this. And it shifts you like, okay. And then you go back and look and say, oh my gosh, I didn't want to go through that, but I'm glad I went through it. Because this is just what I thought. This is just what I thought. It was my twin, I thought the false twin was my twin, but he said it worked in your favor because now you know how to handle a twin flame relationship. You know how to handle the severities of it, and you know how to handle the unconditional love of yourself and the other. But the next journey is to realize you're only a whole half when you're whole. You're not a whole self and then he's a whole self and y'all become together, because 1 and 1 is 2, right? And it is twin. But that's not making you 1. That's making you 2. And so when you become husband and wife, it's about embodying the 1. And that's why the husband should cleave to the wife, which is the teachings that they don't teach you. They make it seem like you're not supposed to cling. So because when he first was coming, it was kind of like, I don't want to say rushy, but it was kind of like holding me like a protective, but also like it was like making me feel like what? Clingy, like latching on to me. I'm latching on to you. I was like, what is this? It was kind of like, it was cute, but it was annoying. It was like, I don't think this real because they told me, that's what they told me. Oh, that's August I seen it. We're supposed to be kings and queens. Yeah. That's what I was told. And that's not how it goes. And I started reading, not started reading the Bible, but I started like hearing the word of God and understanding it differently. And then I went and looked at the scripture and I said, you are supposed to cleave. And so that's why he was trying to cleave and latch on. And I was just pushing him away like, this is not, the way love works. But this, the true twin already knows that that's how it goes. And he may be more, I don't know if he's spiritually inclined, because he was able to come into my spiritual place and grab me and hold me and say, it worked in your favor, because I was like, this is why I can't get with you and this is what happened and yada. But he kept coming up there and he said, you're not going to be able to attract your abundance, the highest abundance, without me, because we were supposed to work together. He was like, it's because of me. And I was like, dude, like, get out of here. This is my space. I make my own money. But it was kind of like, I won't say I let him down. I think I kind of did, because he was like, oh, you don't want to say that is, I'm the man. So, I guess I have to let him be the man, whatever he say. But it's only because I've been on my own so long. So I'm structured and wired a certain way. But I kind of started opening up, and spirit was like, be vulnerable to this person. That's what scared me, because when they were coming, this is just personal, spirit was in my, had me laying somewhere and just was like, be vulnerable to this person, and said their name. And I was like, at first I said, okay, I'll do it. And then I woke up. I said, now why the hell would y'all tell me to be vulnerable to somebody I don't know? I'm like, that's putting all my business, my emotions, immediate ego, everything, just immediate, just, what do I say? Resistance. Cause I was like, no, but then I could see how it was. I can't even tell y'all wouldn't, it's just, anyway, the way we met was weird, but the way I communicated with him was the way I just knew something. And at that moment, I hadn't done no reading on myself. I hadn't looked at no reason. I hadn't even looked at my horoscope. I hadn't even prepared for that day. I just went to work. I just was like, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I was in my own zone, and this person just magically appeared, if you want to say that. And it just, I don't know. I don't even know what happened, but after that, that connection was already made. And I was like, dang, I should have never, I was like, I should never, because I got to go through this. And then, honestly, to tell you the truth, I had completely told myself about the twin flame that I was done, that I'm my own twin and I'm good. And when I met this person, I had to go back and start looking at some my old videos, some videos I probably had seen from other people, some of the spiritual videos that are not tarot cards, but the robotic voice. I had to go look at some of that to see what the whole twin flame and how do you know. Like, it really was like this person came and I had to really relive the understanding of what love and unconditional love and the twin flame really was, because it got so screwed up along the way. That's what I'm saying. The perception of the whole twin flame journey got so screwed up, or gets screwed up, the deeper you get into it, or the more you get into it. But it's to develop you to understand what it is and what it is not. This is what I had to tell myself. You're not going to know what you want till you know what you don't want. And so you don't want the false twin experience, of course. But I dang it, didn't want the true twin. But nevertheless, I hope you got the channel that I said, because now I'm just doing my old ramblings that I do. But I had to go all the way back, and I started listening to some of the songs that I used to listen to. They had a different meaning than what they had when I was projecting it onto the false twin, or believing that it was the false twin. They have a whole deeper meaning. And then when this person came, all my songs shifted. It just was different songs popping up, love songs, 90 songs, of course, because there was real soul music back then. But it just shifted. When this person comes out, that's why I say it's a double shift. When you meet your true twin, it's going to be a double shift. And you might not even really, we think we want it. Well, I ain't going to say you think you want it. At some point when you meet your true twin, it's really going to challenge you, it's really going to scare you, but it's going to shift you too. That's when you know you met your true twin, because it's not nothing that you just, oh my gosh, I'm so ready. I am so ready. Some people might, but for me, it wasn't. But that's because of what I went through with love. You might not have gone through that much with love to where you could just say, oh, you ready. But for me, I went through so much that I was like, guys, as long as you love me, I'll survive. I will survive, as long as I know I know I'm like, I got all, but I just was like, I'll survive. I could do without, you get to the point where I could do better all on my own. But this person came and really challenged me, and they gave me, a whole bunch of insight. And this person is passionate. Passionate outside of sex. That's what I'll say. Because you could be passionate in a sexual manner, but not be passionate towards your children, or not be passionate towards your work, or not be passionate towards your family. So this person is overall passionate and emotional, which is a depth that only, which is a depth that a lot of people don't know. Because we love is so surface these days. Don't give me love is so surface to me these days. This person is going underneath the surface of love. And this person saw my higher self and my fancy and who I'm supposed to be, and showed it to me, because they picked my wardrobe in the spirit. They picked my wardrobe in a way. Because what this person did was put pearls around my neck and a pearl bracelet around my wrist. And I was like, I've never seen myself that way. I was like, Spirit, what are you doing? But it was him, as if he could see through the illusion, maybe even better than me. Like I said, one eye, the right eye might can see this. Like I might can see, how I say this? I could perceive things in the 3D, and maybe he could perceive them in the 5D. Or if there's another dimension that he was on, because I've never seen myself with pearls and stuff like that. But nevertheless, your true twin will cater to you and know exactly who you are before you know. Because Spirit is going to give him that insight. Because it comes to a point where Spirit can only tell you so much, because you'll only receive so much. So they'll send a messenger. And your true twin is your messenger to shift you to seeing the higher self, your higher self, the bigger picture of who you are, the person you may be afraid to be, but you know you are that, but you're fearful